Best songs of the year, right, Summer? Despite having some of the worst singles of the year, we've also gotten some great songs in general, so I'll be going over the best songs of the year, not just limited to singles. None of the Kendrick disses will be here. I don't want them to clog the list. Shout out to Euphoria, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us as specific favorites from the beef. Quickly, honorable mentions. Palaces by Lupe Fiasco has a beautifully written chorus. Either On or Off the Drugs by JPEGMAFIA has a very elegant and unique sample. Coal Pimp by Denzel Curry, really fun song. The strings serenade that song beautifully. One Wish by Ravyn Lenae, really heavenly singing, pleasant song. Vampire in the Corner by Magdalena Bay, great progression on the song, Mika nails the ending of it, and Flux Cocoon by Iglooghost experiments with drill and deconstructed club, really cool and interesting song. Here are my top 20 songs of the year. Starting off with Far Away by Little Simz. This is a beautiful emotional song. I love the piano in the back of this. It adds so much to the emotion of the track. Little Simz decided to sing on this one instead of just rapping, and she has a really good voice. I like how the drums stay along with the general dance feel of this EP, but the song is very distinct as an emotional track throughout. I also think the subject matter of this track is gorgeous, as she feels responsibility and regret for a failed relationship, hoping that her ex moves on and sees success, while also acknowledging the beauty of the relationship. Next will be Juna by Clairo. I love the production by El Michel Zafar on this song. It keeps a very gentle, pleasant, and upbeat feel throughout the whole song. It's comfortable love. This is probably the best produced song on that whole album. The group combines flawlessly here, whether it's the drums, piano, horns, it all meshes so well together. Clairo's singing is soft and lovely on this track. The production harmonizes with her beautifully. Next up, Orchestrate by Yeat. Yes, I know, I'm very critical of Yeat, but this song is hype. The album cover just embodies this whole song. It's hype, it's spacey, it's fire. The electric guitar bangs along with the chorus, and Yeat manages to stay with the beat instead of getting drowned in it, and his vocals complement the harshness of the beat as well. Next up, Beaches by beabadoobee. I recently got into a beabadoobee phase, and it's because her voice is so heavenly. It's serenading, it's lovely, and this song fits her whole vibe perfectly. It feels like a run across the beach, the joys of freedom and being unconstrained. The guitars do great work here. Whether it's electric guitars or acoustic strumming in the background, it all meshes perfectly together, especially on the chorus. And there's also a very cool part where the electric guitar sings the chorus. I also love her writing of the chorus. It paints such an interesting picture and idea. Next is Texas Blue by Quadeca featuring Kevin Abstract. I love the piano on this song. It complements and backs the song so well. It fits the song perfectly. Quadeca and Kevin are a great duo on this. They harmonize so well throughout. With the production, I truly think it's the best example of his music. Despite the lyricism being vague thematically, it's written really beautifully and paints really interesting pictures. An example of great writing and great singing on this album is What Will It Take to Slow You Down? It's probably my favorite part of the song just because of how the vocals are put together. Next up, Bop Your Head, Till It Drop by Grande Mahogany. It's such a funky and upbeat song. It's some of the coolest produced stuff from this year. The vocals are also a joy to hear, especially the way he delivers them, like with the I'm the king of rock and roll. It's so goofy and catchy. I just love it. This whole song is just complex fun. It feels like a funky joyride for your ears. Next up is the single Everything Is Easy by Death's Dynamic Shroud. I love the noise pop on this song. The electrics play around so well, and the fuzzy and loud drums make the song so cool. Even the singing, despite it being drowned out, matches the song so well as its own instrument and lyrically throughout the song. I like the lyricism of this song, talking about how everything is so easy nowadays. Dopamine is easy to access, and it takes away from challenges that we have in life and our individuality. This song also addresses disconnection, like with the bridge where the drums are just beating boom, boom, and he starts yelling about being disconnected from each other. He also addresses a bunch of tragedies in the world, saying, does it matter to you? Does it matter to me? Further showing how disconnected we are from events in the world, and I think it's a beautiful subject matter. Speaking of beautiful subject matter, The Baddest by Joey Valence and Bray. This song is just pure fun. It's an absolute banger. There's a really cool instrumental part near the end of the song as well, where they just do some crazy DJ shit, like these guys are so much fun. Joey Valence and Bray are such a charismatic duo, and it shines throughout the song with their playful lyricism and their hype yelling of the chorus and verses. And speaking of the chorus, who's the baddest bitch in this club? I'm the baddest bitch in this club. Hilarious chorus, so much fun. Speaking of fun, Wishlist by Denzel Curry featuring Armani White. I love the production of this song. The strings are so heavenly floating in the background, and the beat is just so much fun. Everything about this is just a joy. Denzel's verse and chorus are great. I've been saying fun a lot, but there's a lot of fun lyrics on this song. give examples of those. And Armani White also has a great verse. He murders the beat, he switches flows constantly throughout, and I especially like the "I'm in Miami so you know them bitches fans of Denzel." The song is simply just a bop, and the production shines. Number 11, Cruisin' by Childish Gambino featuring Yeat. I can't believe he appeared twice here. Yeat's verse isn't amazing on this song, but it adds an interesting extraterrestrial and foreboding layer with his lyrics and his performance. I like how the song takes you into the jungle with the production. I think Gambino's singing is probably my favorite part of this song. There's so much pain in his voice, and it complements everything so well. His lyrics are great. He goes, "On my own, can you help me please?" The pain in his yells matches the flying strings in the background. Everything about this is just raw and pure. He's talking about how nobody cares about how he feels, how he just needs someone to love, needs someone to hold, and I truly think it's beautiful. I remember driving back from closings listening to that song like, damn. Top 10. Number 10, Gloria by Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA. This outro is fantastic. Production is so slick on the song, it leaves room for Kendrick's storytelling while keeping an interesting beat throughout. I like the way it kind of like jingles and the drums clap. It just slides around so well. And the production also evolves throughout the song. Each verse is performed differently in a sense, and it's very dynamic. I also like Kendrick's performance. It's loving towards his pen, and it's emotional. That's the concept of this song. He's talking about his writing and how much it means to him. It's a crazy conceptual track, and I can't mention this song without mentioning SZA. She obviously does a great job on the hook and the bridge where she's yelling as the pen at Kendrick as the lover. What? Her singing at the end of the song is so gorgeous with the strings in the back and the plucking guitar as well. Number 9, Germ Chrism by Iglooghost. This song is insanity. It murders your ears. It's the climax of the whole album. It just feels like the fighting of ancient fossilized beasts as he intended. The song is the end of times. It's amazing. Manic deconstructed club. Chaos is erupting. The drums are wild on this song. The bass is loud. Alarms are sounding. Iglooghost's vocals also add such cool imagery both lyrically and as their own instrument to the song. I also like how the chaos builds, and then the beat switches into this calm little techno thing like the Eye of the Storm, and it's just a manic banger. Number 8, the contemporary pop R&B song Love Is Blind by Ravyn Lenae. The atmosphere of this song is so pleasant. The drums are cool as well. They're fairly complex for an R&B song, and I appreciate that. I also like how Ravyn plays with a lot of different ways of singing on this song. Her performances are beautiful, and she nails everything she tries here. It's well crafted emotionally and has great replayability. Don't have a lot to say. Next is maybe the pop banger of the year, Image by Magdalena Bay. Mika's singing is so heavenly here. The drums are infectious. The electronic sounds twirl around delightfully, and the bass is so important to this song, especially at the end of the song when the bass blasts with the chorus. It's such a bop. You just gotta turn your headphones all the way up and bang to it, because it's just a fun song. Each chorus evolves and shows progression, and I think that's a highlight of this whole album, but specifically this song. It just works so well. Number 6, Generate Utopia by Death's Dynamic Shroud and Galen Tipton. This is deconstructed club in the best way. Messy vocals glitch out in the background, and they're chopped onto this booming bass while drums skitter around. It's so cool and wild. I also like how everything builds up and glitches out into this beat switch, and then it moves into the chorus, which is really beautifully sung, probably a sample, and the piano also adds a lot to that beauty of the chorus. And the glitches throughout everything is so cool. It manages to keep the whole song fresh. Nothing manages to get boring, even with a repetitious beat. There's also a cool part where the drums kind of get angry and electronic and super distorted, and it builds into a dope second half of this song where the vocal chops are even more rapid and nonsensical than before. They managed to make one of the weirdest songs while it simultaneously bangs so hard. But you do have to be a total weirdo to appreciate this song. It's not for the casual listener. I know that sounds pretentious, but it's true. Top 5. Despite me not playing this song that much, it is undeniably one of the best songs of the year. Holy Holy by Geordie Greep. This is just a crazy jazz rock song. The production is so complex and lush and wild, with also such an interesting subject matter too. Everything about this is so dynamic. This song is 6 minutes long and it never feels repetitious. It never gets old. It's chaotic. Electric guitars strum in the back the whole time. It's dope. It's memorable. Geordie Greep's performance also works well here. His theatrical singing matches the vibe of the song so well, and the character that he's playing, which is this egotistical and lustful guy. And it's such an interesting character to inspect because it's a lot of what we see nowadays, especially with executives and rich people. They've lost their sense of spirituality and look only to those worldly things. Number 4, Sin Miedo by JPEGMAFIA. I played this song an absurd amount of times. The sample flip of Hoochie Mama is so cool. Peggy's hate on this song is hilarious. His humor is ever present, especially with the line, "You got the swag as a," from Chatterbait. The bass and the electric guitars are also so dope on this song. The way that they kind of punch in with the beat is amazing. There's also a really dope guitar solo here with the beat punching in the back as well, and then there's also the Hoochie Mama sample. It combines into this just dope finale to the song. This song is infectious, so much replay value. In my eyes, it's a hit. Number 3, I was thinking of including this on next year's list, but it came out this year, so I'll keep it here. Eusexua by FK Twigs. This song is so atmospheric and beautiful. Twigs' vocals are so gorgeous on this song, and they add so much to that atmosphere. Twigs' writing is also top notch here. It's quite interesting subject matter about being trapped and this imaginal feeling of eusexua, being freedom and freedom from loneliness. The song also becomes super groovy and danceable towards the end, and it's a great climax to the song. I really like it. This song is a perfect example of progression in music. Added note, this song also adds as a cool parallel to Darjeeling off of Capri Songs with the You're Not Alone lyric. Kind of bridges the gap between those two albums. The top 2 are really 2 of the songs I listened to the most this year. Number 2 being Everything Is Romantic by Charli XCX. And when I first listened to Brat, I heard those fluttering woodwinds and those strings, and I knew I would love this song. It's so ethereal. When the song transitions into dance pop, it's so dope and it's catchy. The replayability of the song is elite. You could just listen to it over and over again. Every single miniature section of the song slaps. It's the booming drums in the back. It's the hush paintings that Charli creates. It's that flying intro, that ever repeating fall in love again and again at the end of the song. The production is amazing throughout. Also, this song is a compliment to Charli's songwriting because she paints such interesting pictures throughout this song, talking about a vacation and the romantic beauty that can come with looking at these things in life. Truly one of the most gorgeous songs of the year. And the number 1 song of the year is Till Eternity by Lupe Fiasco. This song is so elegant. Lupe's rapping is amazing throughout the whole song. He paints such vivid pictures with his words, and they're so imaginative and complex as well. The simple but gorgeous production leaves Lupe's words room to fly. The piano is beautiful. The somber horns that come in later, everything meshes perfectly. More compliments to Lupe's rapping. It's dynamic throughout the whole song. He's able to diversify his flows in different ways while also keeping it with the beat in such an impressive manner. His performances of the choruses are also great. He's not a singer, but he performs it so well. I could genuinely talk about the poetic techniques on this song for ages, but here I'll just highlight some of my favorite parts. From which they say he lazily blew horns like lapis lazuli on a cow skull. The way this lyric is performed is so cool, and it's also an interesting double entendre and dope visual image of just cows with blue skulls. Tom is over the door with the frying pan of war. Jerry very perturbed like, you gotta be kidding me. Fun wordplay from Lupe. Kidding me is quite humorous. I also like this chorus where he says, what if I knew the words for the songs of the birds and we could understand what they tweet. We could hear what they see, you and me, till eternity. This lyric acts as a base for the whole song, about the pictures that he's painting throughout the song as a bird's eye view of the world. The nature imagery is so gorgeous throughout, but it also poses interesting questions about perspective. If we could see what the birds see and we could understand what they tweet, how would we see the world? Would we see its beauty the same? I also like this lyric, I was Bill of Rights and TED Talks meet the TARDIS before it all started. It really speaks to how complex his rapping is, and I guess the influences that build into that. So Till Eternity, I would love to do an analysis on it. That wraps the list. Next will be best albums, and that will be it for 2024.